Hi Stampers, I'm Meg from LovenStamps and I'm excited to share some projects with you. Right now I'm going to show you the Whale Done stamp set and not the coordinating whale punch, although I do love it, but not every card that features the stamp set has to use that adorable whale. So the card we're going to do right now features instead the adorable jellyfish and little schools of fishes and the very punny greeting, hoping all your birthday fishes come true. So actually what I am featuring though too is the designer series paper for this project because it is absolutely beautiful. It is my favorite designer series paper from the new catalog, hands down, without a doubt. So many gorgeous patterns, and I'm going to give you a tip for kind of making the most of this piece of it. So ready? Let's get stamping. All right, so our fishy stamp set here is going to be based on a card that is on Coastal Cabana cardstock and then uses the seabed embossing folder. So I think you can see that there. My tip for using that embossing folder is to go ahead and fold your cardstock in half first and then slide the paper into the folder until you reach the center fold of your card, and then go ahead and run that through your die cut embossing machine there. So remember, the Stampin' Up cutting and embossing machine won't be out until sometime this fall. So in the meantime, use what you've got on hand, or just save up your cards until it's available so that you can make those. But the folders that are coming out in the new catalog are all compatible with Big Shot if you have that from when that was the Stampin' Up die cut machine. So no problem there. All right. So I'm going to start with my card base here, and I have cut my designer series paper already to, already to feature some of this scenery. So many of the designer series papers feature different sort of big designs. Here's one that featured kind of those sea turtles. And there are several that feature these sort of seabed things. So you can either use it exactly as it is, or you can add more to it. So we are going to add more. I'm going to grab my little fishies from the Whale Done fishies here, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp a couple sets of schools of fishies on here. And you can pretty much put them anywhere and see how nicely they stamp in among the paper so that you can kind of add the things you want to add to them. All right, then we're going to go ahead and get all of our stamping done in one shot here. I'm going to do our hoping all your birthday fishes come true. And then here is a trick for you. Take your card and ink up your fishes again. Now, if I put these right over my greeting, it would be pretty intense, and it might be very difficult to see what I'm doing or see the words clearly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp kind of on my scratch paper over there that I'm going to cut away. And then each time I ink, I'm going to do that. And basically that is giving me a really nice light color that matches. It's perfect Calypso Coral, but it is not as intense, so it allows me to kind of layer those colors together, which, I mean, hey, anything sea related is about layering, right? Layering colors. So I've got my greeting here, and I'm going to go ahead and pop a Stampin' Dimensional on the back of that and stick him up here. And you can see kind of where I put those fish is just perfect, right? The card in the background matches the stamp in the foreground. Really kind of neat thing. And then I'm going to add some fishes kind of here on the inside of my card. There we go. And go ahead and add this to my card too. Okay, so we're getting some pieces put together. So inside my Coastal Cabana folded card, I've got my card layer. On my layer here, you can see the pretty background of this. It's always hard, right, to figure out which side of the paper you want. But with the 6x6 papers, you get 4 sheets of each paper. So 4 6x6 sheets. So you have lots to mix and match. So try not to panic. Don't hoard your paper. Use it. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back because I love to add some sort of extra depth to our card fronts. So this is a great way to use your paper. This designer series paper is cut 3 by 4 inches, which is really efficient. It means that you can get 2 of them out of your designer series paper plus a 2-inch strip across the top, which you could use in other ways. Here is a 2-inch strip card example. This is a 2-inch strip of the DSP 2 by 5.5 to cover the full card, but lots of different ideas. And you can also stamp your own scenes. So if you you're using these that are pre-printed for you, you can also use the stamps that are in the set to stamp your scenes. And this is the seaweed stamps kind of here. And I added some coral and fish and little bubbles for our little whale friend. And the designer series paper here on the background. So, or sorry, not designer series paper. I use the embossing folder, the seabed embossing folder there on the background. Now, one thing that this card has that we're about to add to our project here is the sequins. And then we're actually going to also add another little character because why not, right? I feel like we need to kind of strengthen our focal point here with just one extra little thing. And that is going to be this cute little jellyfish. So not a big deal to fussy cut. Remember, if you're fussy cutting, you hold your scissors straight. So my scissors are not moving in, left and right. I'm not going like this. My scissors are staying exactly where I am. I'm doing one continuous cut, and I'm just using my left hand to turn my cardstock so that it can guide where the cutting line is going. See, pretty quick. All right, and then I'm going to pop a dimensional on the back and stick this here. Now, if you don't love the idea of sequins, that's totally fine. You can leave them off. But if you do like sequins, let me show you these. Here are the sequins, and you can go ahead and use them with your fingers if you want to, but honestly, I find that my Take Your Pick tool is probably one of the most useful sequin tools out there. So I am going to kind of guess where I want my sequins, and usually I like to kind of concentrate them in a pattern. So I'm going to kind of stay here, but maybe have a little bit of motion. So I'm going to have them go a little bit down towards the right side of my card. Okay. All right. So I've got my little glue on there. If you haven't seen before, keeping your glue vertical like this with the narrow tip down is really my favorite way to prep that. I just have it on my stamps table all the time. You can use a little shot glass from a fun place you've been, like the French Riviera, where Stampin' Up took us a couple of years ago for our big trip. If you have thought about being a demonstrator and you just have never gotten around to it, or if you've been a demonstrator in the past and you want to give it a try again, there are some really cool perks about being a demonstrator. One of which is pre-ordering, another is getting a discount on your own orders. Lots of fun things like that. And there's a special going on in June, so you can visit my website to learn more about that. But you get a free bundle of your choice. So I think that one of the pricier bundles is over $60, so kind of a nice add-on to your starter kit. The starter kit is really easy. You just pick out $125 of product of your choice, and you get that for $99. Shipping is free, so that saves you basically an extra 10%. And then you also get that free bundle. So you get a paper pumpkin in it. There's just a lot of neat perks. So if you've been thinking about it, I would definitely encourage you to reach out. Let me know what questions I can answer for you. So that offer is good in June. And I've had a number of people take me up on it already, so they're pretty excited about their free bundles. All right. So that is really a kind of quick and easy way to add those sequins and give your project a little extra sparkle. You can get the PDF tutorial for this project, plus 3 others during the month of June if you place an order in my online store of any size. And if you order at least $50 before shipping and tax in my online store in June, then you also will get 2 card kits in the mail. So the pieces and stuff all pre-cut for you, kind of along this lines to go with it to make 2 of the cards that are included in my tutorial this month. So I hope that you love this whale set as much as I do and this amazing designer series paper. Be sure to check all my tutorials this month, videos, and on my blog at LovenStamps for tips on making the most of the designer series paper. So it's really great stuff, and I know you're going to love it. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to sharing more projects with you soon. Happy stamping!